think I left my consciousness in a sixth dimension.
That's not funny.
You ever feel like you're constantly living under someone else's shadow? Yeah, well, imagine if that person was Will Smith. He's literally the epitome of black success. He was the Fresh Prince, he's 6'2" with hundreds of millions in his bank account. And he even married Tupac disguised as a beautiful woman from Baltimore. And knowing Tupac, he probably just said, screw it, I ain't wearing a wig. But seriously though, Will's got talent, charm, and apparently a knack for creating overachievers who are criminally overlooked in the industry. Known for his various projects such as The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Bad Boys franchise, and a couple of other blockbusters, Will Smith propelled his acting career into one of the most infamous ones in the past couple of decades. And he definitely took his kids with him. I mean, look at Jaden and Willow just trying to make a name for themselves without tripping over their father's giant shadow. It's like you're trying to make a name for yourself and your dad's like, oh, I'll just make another blockbuster in my free time, you know, another Hollywood, maybe through Sony. I mean, I'm not ruining my kids' lives, am I? I mean, they love the money, don't they? I mean, just imagine living life like that. Your father is this mega star and you're trying to make a name for yourself, but you just can't do it because everybody can't take you seriously because you're Will Smith's kid. Guys, let's be realistic. Nepotism aside, Willow wouldn't be where she is without a little bit of talent. Releasing Whip My Hair, which peaked at number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100. But it wasn't until her father constantly pushed her to go on tour that it all came tumbling down. Because she just wanted to be a normal 12-year-old girl.
And I was just like plunged into this like black hole. And I was like cutting myself.
What?
She also passed on the lead role to be in the Annie movie. Guess she was living a pretty hard knock life at the age of 12. And I don't blame her. Everybody just wants to live a normal life at the age of 12. I mean, like, I don't know, climb trees, egg other people's houses. But it wasn't long before she'd make a comeback album in 2015 named after a primate called Ardipithecus. I'm not sure whether she's paying homage to previous Smith family members, if you get what I mean. But damn, it had some good songs. Like, wait a minute.
Hillary-ous. Oh, wait a minute. I think I left my consciousness in a sixth dimension. But I'm here right now, just sitting on a car. I'm here right now with you. Oh.
Anyway, she'd go on to release 6 more albums after that. And if being slept on was a sport, Willow is definitely the undisputed Olympic gold medalist. She has a beautiful voice, beautiful melody, spicy instrumentals, but everybody overlooks her art because, oh wow, it's just another one of Will Smith's kids. What is she gonna talk about now? Which Adventure Time character is she gonna make a song about? You know, that's how people are. If Willow came from the project and had a little bit of trauma, she'd be one of the most celebrated artists of our time. She should be standing tall next to the likes of SZA, Ariana Grande, Hillary-ous, and Jhené Aiko. And then you get Jaden, the mind-bending Twitter philosopher who makes statements that leave an average man scratching their head. The man has literally done it all. He could show up in a party with a skirt that he stole from Willow's room and somehow manages to make it look cool.
Oh my gosh, stop the video right there. You just offended a whole group of people. You have to apologize. Otherwise, we're gonna cancel you, you know?
I'm sorry for blaming Jaden for stealing skirts in Willow's room. And I'm very sorry to the people that find it fulfilling to steal skirts from that sister's room. No. Because people get offended by everything nowadays. And nowadays, you just have to put a disclaimer for everything in everything that you do. So I'm sorry.
Okay, you can go on with your video.
Cool. Jaden started off his career alongside his father with The Pursuit of Happiness, which is a phenomenal blockbuster that won Jaden a couple of Academy Awards before he was even old enough to sign up to an actual academy. If you thought that was enough, he came back on the big screens playing as the Karate Kid, where the Chinese government even allowed them to film on their heritage sites, which is not as simple as a game of Ching Chong Chang. I mean, no, on a serious note though, the Chinese government doesn't play about their World Heritage sites. But it wasn't long before his career took a kick to the curb. This would be his last blockbuster he'd ever appear, after his father urged him to play as his son again in the movie After Earth, which was deemed horrible, earning them awards as 2 worst actors. You can't talk about albums from 2017 to 2018 without mentioning Sire, which mixes elements of hip-hop and uplifting R&B themes. The only problem is the lyrical content, in which Jaden is basically beating his meat in every single song. All he could rap about was being an icon with brass chains around his neck, Man looked like a grazing animal with a bell around him.
What you call an icon living? Start a record label, Misfits just did it. Nylon cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we up so hot in the business. About to make a movie independent. Need new trucks independent. I need you to listen to the vision. All your verses sound like they're the dishes. I'm about to clean in the kitchen. And we're making money by the minute. I'm about to do it way different. I'm just the icon living. I'm just the icon living. Icon living.
I can't lie, the album did help him in establishing his sunset rainbow aura with mixtapes such as The Cool Tape Volume 3, which takes on a more soulful approach. And what I like about Jaden is he doesn't care about maintaining his family celebrity status, and I find that refreshing. And speaking of refreshing, did you know that Jaden Smith has his own water brand called Just Water? And he opened a couple of food stops for underprivileged people. So to paint him as an obnoxious idiot isn't 100% correct. I feel like if he was an everyday black person from Detroit, Michigan, making the same type of music, he'd be just as respected as the likes of Lil Yachty, Tyler the Creator, Childish Gambino, and even Steve Lacy. But to be fair though, their parents' presence on the media doesn't make it any easier for them. It's pretty hard to take you seriously when your mom publicly makes your dad compete with a ghost. Have an entanglement with one of your peers, and then your father's just like, it was just an entanglement, you know, like, we married forever, me and Jada, we locked in, it was just an entanglement. Imagine, and to top it all off, he loses a game of rock, paper, scissors at the most prestigious award event of the year. So this is your reaction to someone literally sleeping with your wife. And then this is your reaction to a world-renowned comedian making a joke about your wife. And to top it all off, to make matters worse, Jaden goes on Twitter and posts this. Like, bro, whose side are you even on? But hey, props to Jaden and Willow for handling it like champs. If I had Will Smith as a dad, I'd probably just give up and become a professional couch potato. I mean, they may be living in the shadow of a Hollywood legend, but they're carving their own paths and making waves within their own right.